Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's become increasingly relevant in our digitally driven world: phone addiction. We're spending an average of 7 to 8 hours a day glued to our screens, and that's not even counting work-related screen time. That's a significant chunk of our lives, guys. Now, I've been fascinated by productivity and the impact of technology on our lives, and that's what inspired this video. We're going to unpack the psychology behind phone addiction, understand why it's become such a pervasive issue, and most importantly, equip ourselves with actionable tips to break free from this cycle. I've got 7 powerful strategies that have personally helped me regain control of my screen time, and I'm excited to share them with you. Alright, let's kick things off with a strategy that's been a game changer for me: using apps to block other apps. Trust me, it works wonders. You see, our brains are wired to seek instant gratification. Every time we get a notification or see that little red badge on our social media apps, our brain releases dopamine, the feel-good hormone. This creates a cycle of craving and reward, making it incredibly difficult to resist the allure of our phones. That's where apps like Opal come in. Opal acts as a virtual gatekeeper, allowing you to block distracting apps and websites during specific times. For example, you can set it to block Instagram and Facebook during your peak work hours or study sessions. Think of it like this: you're essentially creating a digital environment that sets you up for success. By removing the temptation altogether, you're giving your brain the space it needs to focus on the task at hand without constantly battling against those addictive algorithms. But what if I need to access those apps for work or emergencies? You can customize it to allow access to specific websites or apps for a limited time, or even set up emergency contacts. By using Opal or similar app blocking tools, you're taking back control of your time and attention, rather than letting those pesky notifications dictate your day. Now, let's move on to another powerful technique: setting screen time limits directly on your phone. Most smartphones these days come equipped with built-in features that allow you to track and limit your app usage. It's like having a personal accountability buddy right in your pocket. To set screen time limits, simply head over to your phone settings and look for the Screen Time or Digital Wellbeing section. From there, you can set daily or weekly limits for individual apps or categories. For example, you could limit yourself to 1 hour of social media per day, or 2 hours of entertainment apps. The beauty of this feature is that it provides you with gentle nudges throughout the day, reminding you of your usage and helping you stay within your limits. Once you hit your allocated time, the app will typically grey out or display a message letting you know you've reached your limit. Now, I know it can be tempting to just tap ignore limit and keep scrolling, but resist the urge. These limits are there to help you break free from those addictive patterns and reclaim your time and focus. Let's talk about a game changer when it comes to minimizing distractions and maximizing productivity: focus modes. Both iPhone and Android have their versions, and honestly, they're like having a personal assistant for your attention span. Focus modes allow you to silence notifications, restrict incoming calls, and even hide distracting apps during specific times or activities. Think of it like setting your phone to Do Not Disturb, but on a whole new level of customization. For instance, you can create a work focus mode that automatically activates from 9 AM to 5 PM, silencing all social media notifications and only allowing calls from important contacts. Or you could set up a study focus mode that blocks all apps except for your study tools and timers. The beauty of focus modes lies in their automation. Once you've set them up, they work seamlessly in the background, shielding you from distractions without you having to lift a finger. This means no more willpower battles every time your phone buzzes with a notification. You're free to dive deep into your work, your studies, or simply enjoy some quality time with loved ones without feeling tethered to your device. It's all about creating those digital boundaries that allow you to be more present and engaged in the real world. Alright, let's talk about a simple yet incredibly effective habit change: keeping your phone away from your bedside table. I know, it's so tempting to scroll through social media or catch up on emails right before bed. But trust me, bringing your phone into the bedroom is a recipe for sleep sabotage. The blue light emitted from our phones interferes with our melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Plus, late-night scrolling can send our brains into overdrive, making it difficult to wind down and relax. So, what's the solution? Designate a charging station for your phone that's outside of your bedroom. It could be in the living room, on your desk, or even in another room altogether. The key is to create physical distance between you and your device, making it less tempting to reach for it first thing in the morning or last thing at night. Instead of scrolling through your phone, try incorporating a relaxing bedtime routine into your evenings. Read a book, take a warm bath, or spend some quality time with loved ones. By prioritizing sleep hygiene and creating a calming bedtime ritual, you'll wake up feeling refreshed, recharged, and ready to tackle the day ahead. This next tip might sound a bit quirky, but trust me, it's all about outsmarting your brain's autopilot mode. We're talking about rearranging the apps on your phone. We get used to our apps being in certain locations, and we instinctively reach for them without even thinking. So if your most used apps are the ones that tend to suck you into the digital abyss, it's time for a little reshuffle. Start by moving your most addictive apps off your home screen and tucking them away in folders on later screens. This creates a bit of friction and forces you to be more deliberate about accessing them. Think about it. The extra step of having to search for the app gives you a moment to pause and ask yourself, do I really need to be on Instagram right now? Or am I just mindlessly scrolling? You can even take it a step further by organizing your apps based on their purpose. For example, group all your social media apps together, your productivity apps together, and your entertainment apps together. This not only makes it easier to find what you're looking for, but also helps you become more aware of your app usage patterns. Let's talk about a brilliant app that's been a game changer for me in breaking those impulsive phone habits. 1sec. Now 1sec is all about introducing a moment of mindfulness before you dive headfirst into the digital world. Here's how it works. Once you've installed 1sec, it'll create a subtle loading screen whenever you try to open one of your pre-selected apps. This loading screen isn't there to frustrate you. It's designed to give you a brief pause, a moment to breathe and reconsider your actions. During that split second, you have the opportunity to ask yourself, why am I opening this app? What am I hoping to achieve? Am I just bored, or do I have a specific purpose in mind? It's amazing how such a simple intervention can be so powerful in breaking those automatic habits. It's like hitting the pause button on autopilot and giving yourself the chance to make a conscious decision. 1sec also provides you with insightful data on your app usage, helping you track your progress and identify your trigger points. So there you have it. 7 powerful strategies to break free from phone addiction and reclaim your time and focus. Remember, it's not about ditching technology altogether, but rather about creating a healthier, more balanced relationship with our devices. I encourage you to try out these tips and see what works best for you. Every small step you take towards mindful technology use is a step towards a more focused, productive, and fulfilling life. Let me know in the comments below. Remember, small changes can lead to big results. And feel free to share your own strategies for combating phone addiction. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more evidence-based tips and insights. And if you're curious about the science behind dopamine,